Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. New content is finally on the way. Season 2 Reloaded will start tomorrow on March 6th, and today we're going to be quickly covering all the new content that's going to be coming to the game, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. First things first, we have a remaster of DOS House from Vanguard. It's going to be completely remastered. It's not going to look anything like the original one, which honestly, it's one of those weird situations where the new map looks fine. The theme is kind of uninspired in my opinion, and honestly, I almost would have enjoyed having the original appearance back, having that like World War II dark and creepy vibe to the map. You know, something about DOS House, maybe I just played too much of it, but something about DOS House was really fun back in Vanguard. It was one of the few fun things about Vanguard, actually. And now they're bringing that map back, which is fine. The map plays good, but at the same time, it's just a little bit weird that we now have a game that has Shipment, it has Rust, it has DOS House, technically it has Shoot House if you play the Modern Warfare 2 playlist. It basically has like all these like tiny ass maps from COD's history all in one Call of Duty game. They're really trying to get people to want to jump into Modern Warfare 3 by just bringing back all the small, fast-paced, chaotic maps that everyone seems to enjoy. On top of that, we're going to be getting 2 map remixes for Skid Row as well as Terminal, and I've got to say, just looking at the trailer here, I mean, a trailer is meant to hype you up, but some of these shots on Skid Row just look beautiful. Like, I kind of wish they would have done this when it comes to just reimagining all the Modern Warfare 2 maps to begin with. Like, that feeling of going back to this really old map from all those years ago, and now it looks like the map is kind of old and overgrown, and the area was forgotten. Like, something about that theme seems really cool to me. It's kind of like The Last of Us in a way when you look at some of the areas on these maps, and they're going to be used in a specific playlist. We'll be covering that here in a moment, but on top of the map remixes as well as the remaster of DOS House, there will be 2 new weapons in the form of the SOA Subverter Battle Rifle as well as the Soul Render melee weapon. So I did mention new playlists. Let's go ahead and jump into that. There's going to be a playlist in Season 2 Reloaded called Decay's Realm, which actually sounds pretty cool. This is something they should have done a long time ago. In Decay's Realm, we're going to be able to play Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Domination, and Hardpoint. It's going to be a mosh pit, but it's going to be on the Vortex maps. Remember the Vortex maps that were only tied to the Vortex game mode for some stupid reason, even though nobody really liked to play that game mode? Well, all 3 Vortex maps are going to be there, as well as the new map variants that we're getting for Skid Row as well as Terminal. So that's going to be pretty fun if you ask me. Like, having these remixed maps is going to be interesting. It's a bit sad we can't play game modes like Search and Destroy within that particular playlist, but regardless, it's going to be fun playing actual game modes on these remixed maps because they do look incredible, and believe it or not, just changing up the visuals a little bit does add a good amount of replay value to the game, at least in my own opinion. And there's also going to be an in-game event surrounding this playlist as we get further on in the Season 2 Reloaded, so that should be pretty cool. There's going to be a couple new game modes as well. There's going to be Bounty, which is going to be kind of like Team Deathmatch, but the highest scoring player on both teams is always going to be on the minimap and be worth a lot more points, so that sounds okay. But then we have Juggermosh, which is just kind of crazy to me. So Juggermosh, we're going to run around as these Warhammer Space Marine dudes in a Halo style game mode. There's going to be a one-hit kill melee weapon in the middle of the map, similar to the Halo sword, and we're going to be running around in these giant suits that will hurt enemies if we were to jump down on top of them and things like that. So it should be a fun meme game mode, you know what I mean? Like, we've had a bunch of those so far here with the Modern Warfare 3 game modes that aren't really meant to be taken seriously. Well, Juggermosh sounds like that, and it could be good for a couple of laughs. It could be fun to play around with. And it's going to be a limited time mode anyway, so you might as well just jump into it and experience it while it's here and see what you think of it. Now, that's pretty much it for multiplayer, unfortunately, but when it comes to zombies, we're going to be getting a new story mission, a new Dark Aether Rift, a new Warlord, as well as a few new schematics. I've seen a couple of COD Zombies YouTubers, like on Twitter especially, mentioning that they're pretty much done with zombies so far here with the Modern Warfare 3. Like, is that the general vibe? Like, I haven't been playing a ton of zombies since the game first came out. Like, I was really into it when the game first came out. I got all the way up into like Act 3, somewhere in there, and then some of the missions just became downright tedious. Like, the mission I'm still on and have been on for like well over a month is the one where you have to go kill like 100 zombies while in your Aether Shroud, which lasts all of what, 3 seconds? So you get to kill like 10 or 15 zombies, and then you have to go run around and refill up your bar, and then wait until you can use Aether Shroud again, try to get a big train of zombies going, use your Aether Shroud, maybe kill 10 more, repeat the process. Then you have to do the same thing on Mercenaries. I'm just like, this is not fun. You know what I mean? This is like tedious. You're giving me chores to do right now. It's kind of how it felt for some of those missions, and I'm seeing that in general, a lot of the Zombies YouTubers are starting to pull away from the game because it hasn't really gotten a whole lot of updates. I mean, the new trailer looks fine here, but like, where is the Zombies community right now? I'm interested. Let me know about that down there in the comments, because I've not been keeping up with it. I've not been playing a ton of it, but it seems like the perception of zombies recently has been pretty negative, whereas it was so positively met back during the launch of the game. It seems like they kind of really dropped the ball on that one, because it sounded like everyone was really enjoying zombies, and then they stopped updating it and stopped adding content, and now people are kind of upset. I don't know. You guys let me know about that down there in the comments. And of course, Warzone will also be updated. There's going to be a brand new boat, I think, on the Fortune's Keep map. This one caught my eye. Let me know if this is actually as good as it sounds. This new kill streak here will apparently just blow up the top part of buildings and a couple of floors below it. So if you're playing Warzone and there's just a bunch of nerds sitting on top of a skyscraper, that's all people do in Warzone, you know, you can shoot this kill streak up there, and it's not only going to hit the top of the roof, it's also going to hit a couple of the floors below it, which basically makes everyone have to leave that giant skyscraper. If that works the way I think it is, which usually that never ends up happening, but if it works the way I envision it, that actually sounds like a very positive update to Warzone, in my opinion. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Season 2 Reloaded is set to come out here in 1 day's time. New guns, new maps, new things to do, new events, new everything. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. It's definitely gonna be fun to mess around with a couple of new guns, and especially the big thing for me, the Decay's Realm playlist, being able to play on the Vortex maps, as well as the new remakes of Skid Row and Terminal. That sounds pretty fun to me. So let me know down there in the comments. Are you still playing Modern Warfare 3? Are you excited for Season 2 Reloaded? Let me know your thoughts and feelings down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.